Playing at the Pokémon World Championships is nothing but a dream for many people in this game. So how do you actually get to qualify for it? We are going to see all the answers in this video. Hello everyone, my name is Elena and welcome to the Cephalo Squad YouTube channel. As always, it is a pleasure to be here and my cold has finally gone away, so that makes me feel extremely thankful just for having normal health back again. Anyways, the topic of this video is going to be a bit different because, you know, most of my teammates, they have already been covering very interesting deck list of the new archetypes that are going to be released with the new PTC expansion, Paldea Evolved, and I will leave them this area because I think that it's really interesting and they are doing an amazing job. So since the main objective of many players is to qualify for Worlds, I thought, why don't I make a video explaining very shortly but very directly how to get the necessary requirements to be invited to play in the biggest event of the entire year. Now, if you're already familiar with the structure, with tournaments and with peace, now I want to be very straightforward. This might not be the video for you, but in case that you are looking to get into the competitive play and you always had some questions, this is definitely the video for you. So just before going into it, I just want to remind you that if you like our content and if you want to keep supporting us as a team, you can always use some of the links that we leave down below in the description. So if you need physical cards or if you need code cards, there are plenty of options down there. So yeah, go, because you're also going to get a really interesting financial discount. And this that you are seeing, this that I have behind me is the official image of the Worlds 2023 that are going to take place in roll drum, Yokohama, Japan. Now, I think that this is the first time in the history of Pokemon that they are hosting such an event at Japan, which makes a lot of sense, and I am really excited. I have already gotten all my points, I have already booked my flight and the hotel and all of that. So how did I get the points? What points am I talking about? And how can you be also invited to play in such events? Well, everything revolves around, and don't worry because I'm going to be leaving the links to these pages down below in the description. Everything revolves around one simple concept, that is championship points, or CPs to shorten. Now, championship points is like kind of the currency that gets you qualified for different events or makes you eligible for certain rewards. Depending on the type of tournament that you are playing, and depending on your placement in said tournament, you are going to receive different amounts of CPs. Normally, the bigger the event, the more points, and the better the placement, the more points as well. So these championship points, CPs, are exactly the same for TCG, which is of course the game that we are all playing, or BCG, so video game. But the structure is pretty similar. There might be slightly different ways in the type of tournaments in which you can participate in, but at the end of the day, what determines if you get invited or not to play Pokémon World Championship is that you reach a threshold of championship points. So you can see here a small description, and then if you want to see some additional resources, you can then click on the Pokemon TCG Championship Points explanation or the BCG. Now, if we look at the TCG Championship Points, then this is exactly everything that you need to know. So to shorten up, there are different types of event. I'm going to start with the smallest ones and then go up. And each of them will award a small, they will award a different amount of CP. So we have the smallest type of championship, of sanctioned championship that you can play, is called the League Challenge, and then followed by a League Cup. Now, these two, and you can see them here, the League Challenges and the League Cup, are local plays. So basically they are organized by your local stores, and they have like a small, really small fee. I think that the fee is actually up to the store. League Challenges often awards packs, depending again on your store organizer, and League Cups, they have a more special approach because, and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger, I think that you can see it all right, but just in case, because they come with an exclusive playmat that you can only get if you are the winner of the League Cup. Now, what is important here to notice is that, as you can see here, these are the championship points that you get depending on your placement and depending on the amount of participants. So if you get into the first position, the maximum amount of CPs that you can get is 15. Now, for the League Cups, things are slightly different, of course, because the first placement gets you 50 CPs, while the rest of them around 40, around 32, something like that. Whereas this is a really big or a really small number, that is something that will depend on something that we are going to explain a little bit later, which is the cap that you need to reach in order to qualify. Then, what we have here are regional championships and special events. Regional championships are basically, and special events, they're basically the same. The only difference is that regional championships, they have a monetary prize, while special events, they are free to play, but they award no money at all. But in terms of CPs, you will get the same depending on your placement. If you're able to win the championship or the regional or the special event, you get up to 200, which is absolutely amazing, of course. And then you can see, depending on the amount of players, that is the amount of CPs that you can get. And then, and something that I need to point out is, I will leave it once I finish the last type of tournaments that we have, which are the biggest tournaments, without taking into consideration the World Championship, which are the international championships. International championships are huge, and you can get up to 500 CPs if you win. Now, international championships are normally the easiest way to get good chunks of CPs, because it does not matter if you get top 65, then you are getting twice the amount of points that you're getting for winning just one cup. Now, what I want to tell you, and this is something that I probably should have said, is that these type of tournaments happen with different frequency. So league challenges, they are scheduled by your local stores twice per season. A season is 3 months. So both league challenges and league cups, they are scheduled on season basis. You can play you can play as many league challenges or league cups as you want, but you will only earn the points for those challenges where you place the highest. So if you place, for instance, 1, 1, 1 and 2, then you will get only 30 points. It's not that you are going to get infinite points, because it would be a bit unfair. So you get to play 2 league challenges per season, and then you can also play up to, not up to, but you can earn points if you play up to 2 league challenges per season. I hope that this distinction is clear. Again, you can play as many of these as you want, but it only for the final calculation, you can only get the 2 best finishes. So that's why it says here best finish limit. So league challenges, they happen per season, and league cups per season. Regional and special events, they are a bit different, because there is a special calendar in the official Pokemon page, and normally they are announced with several months in advance. They probably are aboard or in some like very iconic or very concrete locations. So if you want to start planning ahead, that's something that definitely you need to be checking. And here the best finish limit is 6 in your entire season. In the entire year, you cannot get more. And finally, the international events, the best finish limit is 4, but for one single reason, and is that there are only 4 international championships per year. So you can play them all, and then, you get all the points for them. And that is basically it, I think. Now, on to the question, which is, okay, so I know that I'm going to be playing events, and depending on how good I am in those events, I'm going to be awarded different points. Now, what is my goal? How do I know what is the number, the magic number that is going to get me the invite to Japan in this case, or to, wherever, or hopefully in Spain next year? So this is the table that you need really to look at. And as you can see, there are 3 different divisions. So there are juniors, There are seniors and there are masters. Of course, as you can imagine, I myself am a masters player. I think that masters are those who are 17 or more. And seniors are those who are, I don't remember right now, but I think it's around 11 or 12, something like that. So the divisions have different points, and then depending on your region, you will need to get different amount of points. I was told that the difference between the regions is because of the number of events, of big events that they have available. Because in zones where there are not many regionals, maybe it's not as fair as to have an increased cap as in other countries where there are scheduled multiple regionals every year, if that makes sense. So, for instance, if you are from the States and if you are a master, then 350 CPs is a magic number for you. I live in Spain. I am from Europe, so I only need to get need to get 250 CPs. Latin America, Oceania, and Middle East and South Africa is 200, and then depends again on your age division. So that is basically what you need to know. In case that you want to check the amount of championship points that you have, you can go to the Play Pokemon leaderboards. If you want, you can log in, but it's not necessary. So basically, let's say that I want to check where the amount of points that I have. So I could go here. I could filter by championship points, I could filter by location, and I could see here exactly my score. Well, they are calling them score, but this is basically championship points. And you can see here absolute monsters that, have been able to qualify for Japan almost like 10 times. So Torterclev and our very own Alec Schmanke. And that is basically it, guys. It's really, really simple. Again, I won't go into details, but just in case that you find this piece of information useful, there are also some financial rewards depending on where you are here in this global leaderboard. So these players that are getting so many CPs are being financially awarded by Pokemon, and that is actually one of the reasons why there are some players that do this for a living, because they are so good that not only they get money by winning regionals, but also Pokemon helps them with some stipends. And that is basically it. So I really hope that if you are chasing your Worlds invite, that you can get the remaining points in your local store or in the last couple of regionals that we have left, or especially at night, right, which is the latest event of the season that we have, or at least in terms of how big it's going to be. I really wish you all the luck and that the heart of the cards is with you, and hopefully we can all meet in person at Yokohama, which is going to be a very wild experience. So thank you so much for being here with me once more. Let's see each other at Yokohama. That sounds like a plan. Thank you for being here, and have a nice day. Bye bye.
The Shuffle Squad is proudly sponsored by Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard provides premium protection for your cards. If you need anything from sleeves to deck boxes, then Ultimate Guard has you covered. If you're a player or just a collector, you know that your cards will be protected. Check out their top-of-the-line katana sleeves. These are the best sleeves on the market with a clear window for visibility and provide a perfect shuffle. If you're not a fan of clear windowed sleeves, then Cortexes are for you. These matted sleeves are like their katanas, but at a lower price. Their shuffle is just as good and the protection is superb. So, what are you waiting for? Help support the team by checking out the affiliate link below and ordering some fresh Ultimate Guard products today to get you shuffling.
The Shuffle Squad is proudly sponsored by Atlas Collectibles, the best place to buy any trading card game product online. Visit atlastcg.com and at the checkout screen make sure to use code TSS12 to save an unbeatable 12% off your entire order. Atlas Collectibles will ship your product anywhere in the world, so make sure you're taking advantage of the 12% savings with TSS12. And if Pokemon is not your thing, don't worry. Go to atlastcg.com and see all the other amazing trading card game products they have there to offer.
The Shuffle Squad is partnered with PTC Geo Store to provide our community with the best access to Pokemon TCG codes. They have codes available 24/7 instant email delivery, and you can save 5% off by using code TSS5. If you're a YouTube member or Patreon supporter, you'll have access to a special code that gets you 10% off. So what are you waiting for? Use code TSS5 today and save 5% on your next order of codes on any codes available at ptcgeostore.com.
Are you trying to be the best like no one ever was? Now is your time. Head on over to Metafy.gg and search out all our amazing Pokemon TCG coaches where you can book all sorts of training plans ranging from deck help to full season sessions with your favorite coach. What a great way to up your game. Check out Metafy.gg in the description below and take your game to the next level. Challenge yourself against trainers from around the world to compete for the biggest online prizing yet.
Are you ready for an unbelievable tournament unlike anything else you've ever seen before? The Shuffle Squad is proud to announce our newest tournament series, the Late Night Event, with an amazing grand prize that's bound to have you excited.
Players can compete via play.limitless.tcg.com's online tournament platform every Tuesday to get a chance to earn weekly prizes. And every week, your placement in the tournament is tallied by points based on your best finishes to earn your rank for the Late Night Invitational event.
The series will be conducted starting February 7th of 2023 and carry all the way through to the Invitational on July 9th of 2023, where the top players will be rewarded the grand prizing.
And the grand prize is a signed jersey and photo op with the entire Shuffle Squad, as well as a fully paid trip to the Pokémon World Championships in Yokohama, Japan. This includes hotel and airfare, whether you're a player or a spectator.
Don't forget to check out all the live coverage on our YouTube and Twitch channel of the top cuts of these events for every week. And subscribe so you can get notified where to watch the Late Night Events Invitational brought to you by the Shuffle Squad. Now get out there and start winning. We'll see you in Japan.